how did food become unaffordable? Purchasing power, unemployment.
Okay.
How do you solve unemployment? Industrialization, local industrialization. That is how we are going to be able to employ our people. And how are we going to encourage investors and industrialists to come and site industries here? Is when they know that we control our border. We are ready to consume what we produce.
This is SOUQ Business Landscape. The World Bank has urged Nigeria government to urgently cut high import tariff and lift select import bans to help bring down surging prices and reduce rising poverty levels across the country. Okay, World Bank Country Director in Nigeria, Matthew Verghese, made this call during an interview on Thursday, warning that current trade restrictions were contributing to inflation and hurting low-income households. He noted that easing import barriers would not only increase supply and reduce costs, but also complement broader economic reforms aimed at stabilizing Nigeria's economy and promoting vulnerable population. Okay, let's bring this down to this table. Let me start this way. We took a loan from World Bank. Yes, we had our issues. World Bank said remove petrol subsidy, which we were planning already. Okay, petrol subsidy was removed, but it was tied to a loan. Same thing again, IMF, World Bank, they said remove power tariffs, knowing fully well that it was going to hurt Nigerian manufacturing sector, even the small person that has a barbing salon. Now, what did we do to cushion the effect of that power tariff that was removed? Now we are asking ourselves, how can Nigerian economies grow when we are import dependent? Now they are telling us to take out the tariff on imports. Are they really here to help us, or they are serving somebody else's mission?
I don't see how this is going to help us. However, we don't have to take the message hook, line, and sinker.
Okay.
And I believe that this administration has removed tariff from food imports. So, which is, following the same message for, vulnerable people so that there can be affordable food.
Specific.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but how did food become unaffordable? Purchasing power, unemployment.
Okay.
How do you solve unemployment? Industrialization, local industrialization. That is how we are going to be able to employ our people. And how are we going to encourage investors and industrialists to come and site industries here? Is when they know that we control our border. We are ready to consume what we produce.
What they produce. What do we produce here in Nigeria?
Locally.
Okay.
So if you are telling somebody to come and site a factory here, the other time we were talking about Dangote and the survival of his refinery, and in relation to letting fuel importation comes without tariff. So if we continue to lift tariff over every product that coming through our shores, we are going to kill our local industries. Then we are going to kill jobs.
Okay.
Then
we'll go back
to where we are. Then our naira will lose value. There goes our purchasing power too. So it's like a chicken and egg. So we can.
Then there goes us going back to World Bank to borrow us more money.
Exactly. So we need to, and even the food that we're removing tariff on right now. I hope we can bring farmers, the real farmers, to this table. They are complaining now because prices of food crashed by about 200% in some cases. For example, this time last year, a bag of beans was 180,000 naira. Today is about 60,000, 70,000. So imagine the projection of the farmers. So we want to buy affordable food, but we don't want to discourage farmers from going to the farm.
So sustainability.
Exactly. So it has to be balanced for the farmers and the people, the consumers that we are buying.
Okay.
So that is how the removal of tariff on food importation is affecting the farmers. For common Nigeria, we love it because food is now is not very affordable, but it's, affordable is better now. But the farmers are complaining. Some of them will not return to the farm next year because of crashing price. And what would that happen? We can continue to buy cheap food in the market, but the value of our naira will depreciate and it will affect other things that we need to buy.
Okay. Now we have just 2 minutes left. What is your take on this particular World Bank advice? Urgent advice, they call it.
Yes, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. And probably it's obvious to them because they have data, and it's obvious to them that we put tariff on some of these goods that have been imported. If you remember vividly, some time ago, I said the things that we can remove tariff or that we can beat down tariff on is on equipment that are used in factories and production in our country.
There is a whole lot of
The technology for which we do not have here.
Okay.
Then we can now.
There are government waivers on those.
Oh, if we have waivers on those waivers should suffice. We should allow those ones coming because we know that we have Nigerian industrialists who buy these machines in order to create job by manufacturing and doing their production activities here. So those are the things that we should be careful in placing tariff on.
Okay.
But when you talk about tariff on goods where we have
consumer luxury goods.
Oh, consumer luxury goods that we know we are not manufacturing yet. People are buying yachts. People are buying those luxurious cars that are worth 150 million. We can 100%
100%.
We can tariff those without winking. But if we see goods for which we have import substitute or that we have a substitute here,
50% tariff.
We can bring down the tariff.
When we are making them here?
Oh no, when we are making them here, we can tariff them very high so that we can empower our local industries. I think that's just what we should do.